Hey everybody, welcome back to Durbin's Bourbon. I'm Joe.
And I'm Josh.
This is a closeout of 2022. We're in 2023. I know. We've got a bloopers reel that's going to be coming your way. Josh and I just previewed it. We laughed our asses off. Why do we have Pappy Van Winkle out here in front of y'all for you to see? It is our lottery time here in our state. It is a liquor control state. So if you win, you pay, guess what?
Retail.
Suggested retail, which
liquor control state.
This year, the Pappy 23 is going at 300. The 10 years going at 49 or 59. The 12 years going for 69. This bottle I just cracked.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cheap. 69 or 79.
Oh.
As you can see, that's all I have for the bar in the collection. Currently in my glass, I did pour a little bit of the Van Winkle 12, and Josh has some Prohibition
I didn't know that 12
recipe
was open, or I would have had some too.
Whiskey. But this video is going to be about 2022, kind of a quick recap.
What we liked, what we didn't like.
Correct.
Things that surprised us. Maybe some price points on things that make them better.
Right.
You know, like the price is low, but the whiskey's good, or the whiskey's okay, but the price is high, so it's not worth it.
Right.
Stuff
Exactly.
like of course, these are on that overrated tier, but very sought after. We all want them, so there's that.
Those of you that are out there applying for the lotteries nationwide, good luck to you. Our lottery comes out. Josh and I have applied. Our lottery comes out next month in February. Hopefully, hopefully you will get some reviews of a 15-year and 20-year. I've put in for that. I'm hoping I win or Josh wins. Either one, it doesn't matter.
I've never won any Pappies, any Buffalo Trace Antique Collection. Yeah. I've never won anything in the last 10 years. Or, well, no.
We've been doing this for 8-9 years, yeah.
So hopefully I get some.
I hope you too. I hope you do too. So we figured that's just a neat show point for everybody to see and look, though. Yeah. For 2022, we really went through all our videos of what we did in 2022 and just chatted about them and watched and saw, is it noteworthy? Is it good? Is it bad? We could have listed quite a few.
Right. But we did that. We had that little grouping of like the crappy whiskeys, the bottom shelf, the Old Crows, 10 Highs. We're not going to go over those as being bad because they're supposed to be bad.
Right.
That makes sense.
None of those
surprised us. If you want to go back and have a laugh, watch us drink those and try to choke them down.
Right. Yeah. And we didn't include those.
Right. But this is more of a kind of surprises or things that we just randomly bought that weren't good or were better than we thought.
Right. Yeah. Yep. So it's relatively short, actually, considering an entire year of every Saturday a new whiskey, and we do multiple reviews, usually per week if we can, or every couple weeks.
Right, and I think there's some that we didn't list down that kind of matched, the price comparison matched what you thought the whiskey was, so it wasn't good or bad, so we didn't even really do anything with those. I mean, there's a lot of, middle-of-the-road whiskeys that were not surprising, but affordable. So we didn't put any of those on our list. We went more with like the disappointing and then the kind of shocking, not shocking, but the ones where like, oh, that's way better than I thought it was going to be.
Right. Price point and value for what it is.
Correct.
I'll start out since we did a little diagram here. It was pretty simple. Nothing big.
That looks pretty simple.
That's tasty.
I bet.
Man.
Can't wait to have some Roderick.
Yes, you should. We had one. I'm just going to throw out the bad. We did a review, which y'all have seen probably, of the Jameson Orange.
Ooh, that was gross.
Terrible. And it got worse as it went along.
That stuff is nasty.
On the other side of the spectrum, one that surprised us, which Josh has in his glass right now, Bushmills Prohibition recipe.
Good. It's non-chill filtered.
Correct.
It's got the Shelby Company. If you watch Peaky Blinders, So I thought it was gimmicky. I bought it. Like, no, I like the show, and I like Bushmills, but this is a great, well-produced whiskey.
Right.
As
and
far as,
do you remember price point was under
only-
$40?
yeah, it's only
36, $35. Still readily available
Yeah.
at our liquor stores. It was getting pushed to the specialty shelves. So I bought a couple bottles. I finished one. I'm on my second now, which that's it. Great whiskey. Surprised us.
So
Price
good.
point in the Bushmills lineup, they're all really good whiskeys. But that one with
the
that
non-chill
non-chill
filter and the heat,
yep.
because it's 46 or 92 proof.
Yeah, it wasn't the standard 80 proof that you see with most scotches and most Irishes. It's a higher proof, non-chill filtered, which took it up a notch.
It's
I mean,
so
it
good.
took it up a whole, just beautiful whiskey.
Complex.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It was a surpriser. One that took
Definitely
us.
a surprise.
Yep, it took us by surprise. On the bad side, Black Feather. Black Feather whiskey. I'm looking for it over there on the other side. I
don't
didn't
have it,
bother.
I have it.
Oh, you have
Yeah,
it.
I
It
bought it.
was.
Yeah, but I saw it like advertised a lot, and I've seen it on things. I don't know if I've watched anybody's review of it. I can't remember. But they touted. I think it won some awards in the San Francisco.
Oh yeah, I think
And it
you
was
did
just
say
tasted
that.
like a young, crappy whiskey. It was not.
Yeah.
To us, it was not good.
No.
So that was a disappointment. But it's only $30, so it wasn't a huge loss.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one was not pleasant to either of us.
No. The ones that stood out, other than like Josh was saying, all the bottom shelf whiskeys we reviewed, we didn't list them. So we had more surprisers over the entire year than we had negatives, which is a good thing for you all as well. So now you can look at it and go, okay, I could grab these. You can. They're available and they're kind of sleepers.
Yeah.
Which
Well, some are. I mean,
yeah.
like Howlerhead, we really liked. I didn't
Yeah.
think I'm like banana flavored. Like that's gonna be horrible, but it tastes like warm banana bread.
Yes.
It's very good.
It was amazing.
It was shockingly good.
Yeah.
And it's pretty popular. So like
Right.
the video we did of it has actually quite a few views that we didn't realize. We're like, really, this Howlerhead monkey banana whiskey thing?
How is that so popular?
But it is.
And
It was surprising. And again, it's a flavored whiskey, but it was very not shocking, but
it was unique.
yeah. But I was surprised at how good it was.
Yes, you expect it to be chemically tasting and kind of black, but it was fresh and vibrant.
Yeah, it tasted
and
like warm banana bread.
Yes,
it's crazy.
It was
Anyways, it's a good
really
one.
unique. And price point on that? Do you remember offhand? Just a rough idea.
Probably 30-ish, maybe
30
40.
to 40. Yeah.
30 to 40, somewhere in there.
Yep. Another one that is something we.
Oh, there you go. It's right there.
We went to the trip to Park City, Utah, the High West Manhattan, the Manhattan cocktail made by High West. You can get it at the distillery. Some states sell it. Our state doesn't carry it anymore. They don't. I wish they did. Hint, hint for the liquor division.
Since you're probably watching.
Amazing barrel pre-made cocktail. You can make a Manhattan, you buy the ingredients and everything, but this one right out of the bottle is amazing.
Yeah.
Price was this was a 375 milliliter, I think.
No, that's big.
750. Yeah, this is a 750, so it was like $50. It's pretty spendy.
It has the booze in it too, right? You just pour.
Yeah, you just
and go.
pour it into your glass, add your cherry, and call it a day.
And we do have a comparison of that with a Manhattan we made.
Yeah.
So if you want to look at that, but we definitely like that. That was a great mixer.
Yeah.
Or not mixer, but mixed.
Pre-mixed
cocktail. There you
so you can just pour and go. No work if you don't have to want to buy the wine, the fortified wines, and all that stuff. So you just buy it and go. What was another one?
The High West Boor Rye.
Oh yeah, the Boo Rye, which is only available in the state of Utah now.
Yeah.
It used to be released nationwide in very small quantities. They have changed that. When my wife and I did a trip down there, and I picked up the bottles that I got, wish I would have bought some more.
Well, the funny thing is too is I didn't realize rye is a thing. It's not just them. There's a lot of bourbon rye blends out there.
Right.
Which I didn't know that. I mean,
well, you look at the song that goes way back in the '60s. Miss American Pie, drink some Chevy in my levy with a bourbon and rye. But they're probably mixing them.
Well, they're probably just getting wasted trying.
Probably. But I think I want to think they're mixing it.
It might. But anyways, I didn't know. I thought they were the only ones. I thought High West was the only ones that did
Produced
it. And then once we got these bottles, I was like, oh, there's other ones out there. Because I think there's another one that's pretty good. I saw a review of. I can't remember who did it, but I can't remember the brand. It doesn't matter. But that one was. We both believe like the price point's about $80, right?
Right.
And so it's about $80, but it's good. It's worth the $80, I think. So that one was a surprise because I thought it's not going to be. I mean,
is it gimmicky? Is it not? They got a jackalope
limited edition.
Yeah. But and
High West
they
products
label
are
each of their
typically
batches.
pretty good.
They are.
I haven't had any.
They do great
great
products.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And if you get a chance to go to Park City, outside of Park City is their distillery. Do a distillery tour.
What I did here, not to cut you off.
Yeah.
Another whiskey channel. They were talking about the Midwinter Nights Dram.
Midwinter's Night.
And the expression this year wasn't good.
Really?
Yeah. They said they don't know what they did because they sold the company.
Yeah.
Somebody else.
Right.
But they said that I can't remember who did that. It doesn't matter. Whoever they are, they're bigger than ours.
So it's a different act. Like
yes, it's a different act. It's this year's 2022's. It was 2022's, I think.
Wow. So it's terrible.
It wasn't terrible, but it was the price went up, skyrocketed.
Oh.
So they said it's good, but the price point was way too high for what you're getting. I think it's like $150 now or something, or $200.
And these were 80.
80, yeah. So,
yeah. And this one was a gift from you all sent to us.
Mm-hmm. So, anyways, I thought that was kind of interesting.
That is interesting.
I think it was more not the whiskey's bad. It's just the price point's too high now for it. It kind of outpriced itself, which happens quite a bit, as you all know out there.
Right, for sure.
So yeah, the Burr Rye's really good. And then the other one that stood out for us is the Brown Sugar Bourbon 103.
Yeah.
I expected to hate this.
Right. A lot of people recommended it.
Yeah.
But
the 103 with the heat helped the sweetness of it, and we both enjoyed it. I was pleasantly surprised. I do not have any clue how much it costs though. It's not super expensive. I can't
remember either. It's under $30 for sure. And there's a lower 80 proof,
right?
Which we compared, and the 80 proof was not good. It didn't stand up to the brown sugar bourbon with the sweetness.
Yeah,
so
you
the
need
higher
the heat
proof,
of the alcohol.
Yeah, you need that for sure. That's kind of a wrap up of what stood out to us,
right?
And what was bad value wise, other than the videos that you all can watch. That bottom shelf whiskeys, Old Crow, Evan Williams bottom 10 high, that were just shockers and typically what you get.
Right, and being the new year and all the Pappy and Buffalo Trace antique collection, there's definitely gems in there, but I think a lot of it's hype. I mean,
true advertising.
Of course, I want all of them. I'm not going to be like, no, I want all of them. But
sure.
I mean,
you want them for your collection.
Yeah, but there's some that are. I mean, like how's that La Bia? It's got to be amazing.
This one's really good. The other bottle I had, we finished it. It was really good. I opened this one in celebration, which is what you should do.
Correct.
You should crack them. We luckily, God willing, we paid our house off, so I cracked that one. I've been sitting on this one. We won this one in a lottery several years ago. My wife won it, gave it to me for a Christmas gift, and as she won this one too. So, but that's what happens when you have a nice spouse that puts in the lottery for you. And she paid for them. I didn't have to pay for them. So it is. It's a good lot. The 12-year and the 10-year are both that classic weeded mash bill that your Wellers are too. It's just a little bit refined from Weller, there's a difference, but there's a similarity. Would
Correct.
you say that? You can smell a Weller and smell a Van Winkle,
and I think
and
we
they
did.
smell
Didn't
similar.
we do? I don't know if we did or not. Didn't we do
We
a
did.
Lot B compared to Weller 12?
Weller 12.
And I can't even remember which one we liked better.
I can't either, but we did because they're both 12-year bourbons and they're both weeded.
Right.
They're both stored relatively in the same area, the lower first 4 floors of the warehouse at Buffalo Trace. We're hoping to bring you some reviews of winnings this year. Fingers crossed.
Pappy 20
that we
this
win
is one.
a 20 or a 15.
Yeah.
I would.
From all those ones that we've tried, because we've tried them all.
Yep.
That Pappy 20, at least the year we tried it,
Has
which was
been
5-6 years ago
yeah.
at least.
It has been.
I was like, that is the perfect. Like the
Yeah.
23 is a little over oaked, I think.
It is. It's over.
Again, I'd buy it all day long if I could. So I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm just, if you're really going to critique them, I think that 20 year has just got that sweet spot. Which is funny because usually we always say, I think the best bourbons are 8 to 12 years, somewhere in there.
I agree with that.
They don't get that
100%.
over oaky, but that for some reason the 20 year, maybe because it's a weeded. I don't know. It had.
They just picked that
Yeah.
premium, that
Yeah.
the honey barrel.
Right.
It's a honey barrel that goes into them so far.
Right.
And I've never heard anything bad about the 20s. And a lot of people like the 15s because it's a higher proof.
Right.
107, I
That's
think.
107, right?
It's 107 proof. So I'm curious to try that. I have not ever had the 15.
No,
yet.
we had the 15, the 20, and the 23 at the resort.
Oh, yeah. That's true. That's true.
But we preferred the
had
20.
15.
Yeah, but you tried it.
Yeah. So there you go. So fingers crossed. Hope y'all get to see some reviews of those coming. We've just got a little less than a month to wait. Fingers crossed. That closes out 2022, good and bad. More good than bad,
Yeah.
thank goodness, because we've spent a fair amount of money buying whiskeys for y'all to save you the money of getting them. So
Correct.
don't buy them if we say they're bad. Save your money. Buy something else.
Yeah. Unless you have a different palate than us and you think it's good. I mean, that
Then
happens too.
That does. That truly does.
There's people, yeah. Because we disagree on some things.
We do.
Like, some of the higher rye ones I like, he doesn't. Mm-hmm. Some of the weeded ones he likes, and I'm like, I don't know. But
True.
got that going for us.
Which is nice. We hope 2023 comes at y'all safe. Hope you enjoy a great year. Have a safe and wonderful year, and more videos coming from Durbin's Bourbon. You'll see a few different folks probably popping into the channel for a short period of time, and then it'll be back to the norm of Josh and Joe coming at you. Hope you enjoy this video. Like and subscribe. Hit that YouTube in the lower corner, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook as well. As always, enjoy your whiskeys and bourbons
Any way you like.
Cheers, y'all. Cheers, buddy.
Now give me some of that Lot B.
That stuff is good.